our interview with Mr. Wilfred Schrader, and Mr. Wilfred is going to tell us a little bit about how he came to be employed after he studied math for a while. So did you get a
certificate? After I took a course in bookkeeping from this lady, I started work I got a job in the middle of the Depression at the YMCA.
Now, how'd you manage to get a job during the Depression?
Well,
lucky?
Just lucky.
Blessed?
Lucky is most of it. But working at the YMCA was only 2 blocks away.
Okay.
So it was for travel, why I didn't have much distance to go
yeah.
to get there.
You were going to be reliable.
Yeah, and I started there at the big, massive salary of $5 a week. But they couldn't pay me sometimes. They didn't have any money. They were broke, just like everything else was in Depression days. And so I was looking for a better job. A man that came in every day was Mr. Martin, and Mr. Martin was half owner of the Pensacola Hardware. And I said to him one day, I said, Mr. Martin, have you got a better job down there? I said, I've got to have a better job than giving you a clean piece of soap and a towel every time you come up here to play handball. And he says, you come see me tomorrow morning. So with that, why I go down, tell the YMCA I'm not going to come in that day, and I go down to the hardware store to talk to him. Well, he talks to me for a few minutes, and then he says, he looks around like this and he says, what time is it? Well, he's got a big clock this big right above his desk. And here he is looking like this saying, what time is it? And I said, Mr. Martin, it's 15 minutes after 8. And then his answer was, 15 minutes after 8? He said, we go to work around here at 8 o'clock. He said, you be sure you're on time tomorrow. That was the way I got hired.
Now, what was your position when you were hired?
To help the man that ran the office. And so I work about 3 weeks. And here we are putting everything in the safe, and it's closing time, and we're packing the big ledger in the safe, and this and that. And I hear him, the man that hired me says to the other one, Jim, what are we paying that boy? That boy was me, see? What are we paying that boy? He says, no, I was making $12 a week when I went to work for him, from 5 to 12.
Pretty good.
But I worked there for, like I said, 2 weeks. And then he says, the other man was a graduate of the University of Alabama, Tuskegee. No, not Tuskegee, Tuscaloosa. Yeah, okay. Tuscaloosa. And he says, we're paying him $12 a week. He said, you know, I think he's worth 14, don't you? And I got the next week I got 14.
Wow.
And then I got raised to 15. When I got to 18, well, I thought I was part of management.
Yeah.
But I just worked myself up and doing the bookkeeping at that hardware store.
Now, when you retired, what was your position then?
I was the treasurer.
You were the treasurer of the whole company, huh? My goodness.
That's right.
Now, what year did you retire? Do you remember what year?
Well, I had worked 49 years for Pensacola Hardware.
Wow.
And everybody said, why didn't you stay another year? I said, my wife wouldn't let me. And my wife said, we're going to I want you to quit, and we're going to take a few trips around here. And so I bowed out, and then I went back and helped them on several occasions. And today, they've got pictures of all the former people that had stock in the company, and I had a little bit of stock in the company. And
do you know where those pictures are?
Yeah, I certainly do. And I know what everybody tells me, that you're next. Everybody's dead but me. I'm the only one still living.
Is that on a wall somewhere, or is
Yeah.
that in a case? Okay. Is it in the back, or is it in the front part of the store?
In the office.
It's in the office in the back.
But
okay.
I broke in the boy that got the job now, and when his father died, he married into the family. He was a graduate of Florida, but he died about 6 months ago, and now the only one of all those 6 or 8 pictures hanging there in there, I'm the only one still living. So they say I'm next.
Oh my! 1 second.